and welcome to my tying bench. This is take like three. I recorded this whole thing, 30 minutes almost, 28 minutes, I think, yesterday, and then I found out my sound wasn't working. So, oh well. I didn't want to do a voiceover, so I thought I'd just redo it. So, today we're going to be tying a awesome bull trout fly. I've done really well with this one in bigger streams, bigger rivers like the Bow for swinging for brown trout as well. So it's a big pattern, longer video. Let's get going. There's no use yakking about it. I'm not going to go through all the materials right away. I'll go through them as we go. I'm just going to just loosen that off because it's a bit crooked. I'll go through them as we go. Partridge double Waddington shank, size 35 mil. Okay, that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to use some Fireline for my trailing hook. Normally I use a 15 or 20 pound. Unfortunately, I ran out of both, so this is only a 10, but for video sakes, it's good enough. But I would definitely try to do a heavier for your trailing hook. So I want it big enough, far enough back that I'm able to change this hook quite easily. So about there, let's say about 1.5 to 2 inches past the shank. Okay, so that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to start off with Semperfli Nanosilk in black. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go, in black. Just going to get this started onto the shank. I like closing up the back end right away, tightening that up, just giving that a close up. Sometimes I'll even, if I'm not doing a video, I'll put a dab of crazy glue back there as well, just to help keep everything where it's supposed to be. I said about 1.5 inches or so sticking past. I always start up front here. And I'll just go back in open wraps for now, all the way back. And then open wraps all the way forward to stop, and I'll stop there. And I'll take my trailing hook material, go forward, underneath, through the eye, underneath, all the way back as well, right back to the same spot. And then I'll fold it over one more time. And again, a bit of a open wrap. And if it wraps up on top or on the side, I don't get concerned about it. It's all just about getting that well secured. And using a Nanosilk GSP type is the bomb for these. Just really helps take this material down. So now normally what I would do is I just coat this with a little bit of um, Jesus, crazy glue, but I'm not gonna, just because I don't want to have it sticky for doing the video. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll tie up like 8, 10 of these, however many I'm doing, crazy glue them, let them sit for a few, and then I'll go and tie. So first things first here, I want to put a bit of a bulge at the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come forward. I'm going to leave plenty of space at the front. And I'm going to use the new Mopster chenille in Danica from Semperfli. This has got quite a few of the new products from Semperfli, and 3 of them, as a matter of fact. So I'm just going to take the Mopster chenille and just tie it in all the way back. The only reason I tied it in all the way like this is just for consistency of body size. Again, not going to really see it, but okay, come forward a little bit, and I'm going to do one full turn right at the back end. And all this is doing is taking place of quite often you'll put a dubbing ball or a fox ball or something like that at the back, just to help flare out that. This is an intruder style, right? So, okay. Next, I'm going to take some Sili Legs in the Peacock. That's a new product. And Silver White, that's a new product. And I'm going to take some, green badger dyed chartreuse, a hackle, and some white hackle. Okay, that's all going in the back end here. Going to start off with the white hackle. And again, I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing here, I'm going to be longer than the end of the trailing hook wire, whatever you used. I am long enough to hide that hook just barely. So I want to go to about there. Just going to take the fluff off, basically. And if there's a curve in, I want that facing out. Okay. If there's a curve to it, I want it facing out. And I want this one right on the side, right on that side. Okay. Now, right now, that's going to show a bit more. It's going to sit a little wonky right now just because I've got that other chenille in the way, a Mopster chenille, but that's okay for now. Same here. I'm going to make sure that it's going to be roughly the same length. Just double checking. Yeah, it'll be roughly the same length. So I'm going to sit this one right on this side. Double checking length. A little bit long. So there we go. Just crank that in there. Again, leaving this right along the side. It's going to look a little ugly at first. Actually, it looks pretty ugly all the way through until the very end. So, but it's a, man, does this fly have a ton of movement. So now, same thing, I'm going to do with the green chartreuse. Now you can do whatever colors you like for bull trout or for browns, whatever. I found that this pattern is very good for bulls and good for browns, better for bulls. Again, roughly the same length. Tie that in, flip it over, get the other one, tie it in. Again, roughly the same length. If it does that on you, just make sure you bring it back to where you want it. Cut those off. Don't have to be too picky with all this stuff because it's all getting covered. Like I said, it looks pretty wild right now, but now I like taking 4 pieces of the white Sili Legs. These are new to Semperfli as well this year. And I want them the same length, if not just slightly longer than, there we go, than those feathers. So I'm going to put 2 of them on top of the green. And 2 of them on top of the green on this side. Again, roughly the same length. Cut off all that excess. Woohoo. Now this is where I start using these hair clips, and I'll just get this material all pulled back and just get it out of the way a little bit. I start using it here. I use it quite a bit through. If you're doing these big intruder type flies and stuff, these things are essential to have something to keep it out of the way. And these are cheap. You can get like a 10-pack for $2 at the dollar store. So, okay, same thing. Take the green, 2 of them onto where the white is, a little longer than the feather. Do that again. That won't let go on me. Same here again. Onto the white. Just holding all that material out of the way, just to, again, just to help. Okay, so now I can take that clip off. It looks like heck, but get my Mopster chenille, move all this stuff out of the way, have it to the back. I'm going to take my thread, come to where I want to stop. Again, all that material out of the way, and then just touching wraps. Not the Mopster, no, I'm going to stay one back. You want room in the front here, so don't try not to crowd yourself up front, because there is a bunch of, basically we're going to be doing the same thing again, plus another couple of extra steps. Cut that off. Just make sure it's tied down really well. Even go over top of it a bit, it's okay. Again, I'm just going to take all that stuff that's hanging there, and I'm just going to try to clamp it with a clamp. Just keeps it out of the way. Okay. So, same thing. Going to take this time. I'm going to take wherever I put the white, I'm going to put the green. Wherever I put the green, I'm going to put the white. And I picked out some longer feathers so they can hopefully reach back as far, which that one does. And the white was on top, so that's where the green is going. Turn this over to there. This is going to have a little bit of fluff in it, but that's okay. It's going to get hidden anyway. Just cut it off. Have to get another one. Right there. Tried to be cute and cut off that little bit of fluff. What's going on with my camera lately? It's turning on and off in the middle of the recording, and it just did again. Hopefully it's all cool, but we'll see. I just picked out another one because, like I said, I was trying to be cute and cut off the fluff, and yeah, cut off the whole feather. So I will redo it. Take some of that, just because I don't want to bulk it up too much. About there. I really like tying these kind of flies, these intruders and spay flies and things like that. I just find them, I enjoy tying them. And like I said, I find them, depending on the species, I find them extremely productive too. So I tie a lot of steelhead flies in this pattern, like in this style, intruder style. Just make sure that's, yeah, okay. Same with this one. Fluff it. This one should be long enough, I hope. We'll see. Yeah, it'll be just enough. Pretty sure that one's it's not sitting right. I don't like how it's sitting. See how it's kind of off, coming off my way? Just gonna just reattach that so it's sitting more flat. Let's see. It's better. It's the way the feather is shaped. That's all that is, but that's okay. It should be better. Okay. So now, same thing as before. Take the 4 pieces of green and 4 pieces of the white silly legs and put them onto their opposite corresponding color. So I'm going to start with the green here, and I want these longer, a little bit longer. And if they're a little bit on the different length and different, like if there's 1 or 2 that are longer, 1 or 2 that are shorter, that's actually not bad. It'll help with making it look a little bit more natural. I mean, it's not much natural about these, but okay. 2 on the white, sorry. 2 more on the white on this side. Again, I'm going to make these a little bit longer. Or if they twist on you, just bring it back over. Same with the white. That green out of the way. I don't need that anymore. Finished with the silly legs. Finished with the feathers. It's just these white silly legs and then some dubbing and a set of dumbbell eyes. And that's it. So now on the green, same thing, a little longer. Snippy, snippy. Flip it over. Now this green's not really cooperating that much either, but that's okay. I'm going to take, I've got a second one of these, and we're going to just take that and just hold all that out of the way just for a minute. I know that's going to go roughly there. Alrighty, so now I'm going to just reclamp. Just get everything together. Reclamp it all. It's all out of the way. Again, I know it looks ugly. It'll look good when I'm done. It's just the way this fly is as it gets made. It's pretty it's kind of an ugly looking fly. So, next. This is the new boom dubbing from Semperfli Fish Belly White. So I'm just going to actually pull it. It's got long fibers. 1, 2, 3 decent pinches and pile them on top of each other. And if any have come out, just restack it. So I'm just going to kind of just turn it in my hands, make sure I get about the center of this package. And now I'm going to find out, there's the green. So I'm going to go onto the side with the green. And I'm just going to tie that on. And then I'm going to bring this over and around to the other side where the green is and tie that on. Okay. Take off my clamp. Stroke it all back, including the boom dubbing now. Then I'm going to take some of the blue cheese. It's bluey green. Do exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3 good stacks. If you've got these longer pieces sticking out, just pull them out and restack them onto it. Same thing, I'm going to kind of turn them in my hands and just kind of line up all these fibers. and turn it and put it on opposite of where I put the white. Turn it. Up there. About there. Hold on. This slipped on me. I'm going to take the whole package off. I don't like where it was sitting. So back to where the white, opposite of the white, in that hole or space that has nothing. A couple of really good turns. Take it over to the other side. Same here, between where there is nothing. Okay. Just really get that tied in. Same thing. Release. Take this whole package and just stroke it all back. Get it out of the way. Now I'm going to take a set of large dumbbell eyes. And I'll just tie this off. Don't leave too much space in front of that eye. You want to be fairly tight up against the eye, but not too tight where you can't get your turns in. Kind of a modified figure eight. I just kind of go in every direction is what I do, just to make sure that's tight. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of that blue cheese boom dubbing, usually about 2 handles worth, and 1 of the white, and I'll put the white in between them. So now I've stacked it up. Same thing. Kind of have this tied in right here. And I want more length out the front because it's going to have to go around, right? And then this has to come down and under. So again, don't worry what it looks like right off the bat. It will look really good once it's all done and it'll be built well. Okay. Take off any of that loose material. Get it out of the way. Then I take that clamp off one more time. Get everything out of the way one last time. This is the last time you'll have to do this. Then I'm going to take that little bit of boom dubbing that I got left, that blue cheese, and just dub it actually onto the thread, but lightly, loosely. Don't go crazy. And just fill that in right behind the eye. You might have to tighten up the back end there a bit, but that's it. Okay, just want to check the bottom. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Velcro brush, just brush out this boom dubbing. Now, this boom dubbing is really long fibers, so it does kind of pull out weird, but once it's out, it's absolutely phenomenal. See, I just want to pull out those around the throat there. So now, gonna come forward. I'm gonna do a whip finish, and then the little bit of preening needs to be done just to clean this up. It's all right. One turn, one set. Try to keep that crap out of there. 2 sets, and obviously I'll come back in with some crazy glue or some Sally's or whatever. So now I'm going to take both of my clamps off, and I'm going to start brushing with my toothbrush. And this will help separate out that boom dubbing. It'll take some of the looser stuff out. Sometimes I'll keep that for these because it's blended. Like if you take a look, it's blended. So I'll keep that for other ones of these that I'll do. And there we go. Now I'll take it out. I'm just going to preen it a little bit more just to fluff it and stuff. But there is your finished fly. So you see all that movement back there? It's going to have a ton of movement. It's going to have a nice heavy undulation in this direction. It's going to undulate like that. These, um, the saddle is going to move really well. Here's another one that I did. This is the one I did for the last video, right? So it's got a little bit more blue on the throat than that last one. And it tapers just a little bit nicer. See how that tapers just a little bit nicer than this one, but this one's pretty good too. I could cut. There's probably one or two of these um, silly legs that are a little too long because I don't want to be. Once my right here is where my. Or I'll just put this down. Right here is where my hook will be. The eye of the hook, so the bend of the hook will be back here. I'll probably use like a size 2 octopus hook. Um, yeah, and then here's another one that's got less of the boom dubbing, less of the legs, more of the feather, and they're kind of sticking out all over the place. But when this gets wet, this will flow really nice as well. So, alrighty. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a longer video, and sometimes these longer ones are a little tough to stay on the whole time. But believe me, these are worth it. Tie these up in multiple different colors. I'll actually turn this light off. Hopefully that'll look a little bit. There you go. Time in multiple different colors. This is the combination I really like. But sometimes red and black works. Sometimes green and white. Sometimes blue and white. Sometimes red and white. So yeah, just tie a bunch of different ones up. But these are the ones I really like these for bullies, and I really like them for swinging for big browns. Little browns obviously won't go after these if they're too big, but big browns, 20, 24-inch browns, they love these. They'll hammer 'em. So, alrighty. Again, hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, please give her a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys are tying, and let me know what you guys would like to see. Any hints, tips, tricks, that kind of stuff, or other patterns in general. And yeah, I'll see what I can do. So, hope you enjoyed. Talons. Oh, by the way, I call this one my my silly boom bugger, silly boom bully, because it's got the silly legs, the boom dubbing, and it's a bullfly. So the silly boom bully, right? Or the silly boom boom, whatever, either or. That's what I call it. So.